Welcome to another video. We are still in Krabi province in southern Thailand. Krabi is a beautiful escape, offering visitors much more than just beaches and delicious food. In this video, we're visiting Din Daeng Doi Viewpoint, a beautiful and relaxing stop. Later in the evening, we'll head to Ao Nang to catch the sunset and visit the local night market, where we'll try some Thai specialties. The market offers a wide variety of Thai cuisine, everything you can imagine, with great vibes and live music in the background. Seafood is something I personally can't miss, and there's plenty of it here. But this video is mainly about snakes. We'll visit Ao Nang Snake Park, where they hold snake shows. There's also a chance to interact with the snakes, and they have plenty of them here. We'll have the chance to see professional handling of venomous snakes, like this King Cobra. Also get the chance to see just how big the fangs of this massive python are. I'll just mention that shows like this can be controversial for some people, but they offer a chance to see these fascinating reptiles up close and in a safe way. And last but not least, we'll also witness the famous kiss of death. Let me go back to the topic for a moment. For some people, shows like this can be controversial. We personally don't like when animals are used as a form of entertainment, and we're generally against it. However, before coming here, I learned more about these so-called snake charmers. They don't just bring these dangerous reptiles closer to visitors, including some of the most venomous species in the world, like the King Cobra, but they also help catch snakes that enter people's homes or farms, where they can pose a real danger, even unintentionally. These snakes live freely in Thailand's nature, and peaceful coexistence isn't always possible. Personally, this topic really interests me, and even though the overall show was good and we learned quite a lot about snakes, these kinds of performances are not really for me. It wasn't easy to leave a place like this. On the other hand, if snakes are caught in villages or farms where they could harm people, and instead of being killed, they're brought here and given another kind of life. Maybe that's also a way to look at it. But let's get to the show. We're looking at the monocled cobra, one of the most dangerous snakes in Southeast Asia. This cobra's venom is extremely potent, a mix of neurotoxins and cytotoxins that can cause paralysis and respiratory failure if untreated. Here we can see the venom being extracted. It flows from the fangs through the venom glands and into the collection glass. This clearly shows that these cobras do have functional fangs, and that the show is indeed performed with real venomous snakes. Encounters with this species are not rare in Thailand, as it often lives close to villages and farms. There's also a bit of interaction, and it's a good thing you can't hear how fast my heart was beating. Now we've got the mangrove snake, also known as the gold-ringed cat snake. It's a semi-venomous species that lives in mangroves and tropical forests across Southeast Asia. Its venom is mild and rarely dangerous to humans, as the fangs are positioned in the back of the mouth, making it hard to deliver an effective bite. They're quick and agile with those beautiful yellow rings and a steady, alert presence. Truly fascinating to see up close. In terms of venom, the mangrove snake is nowhere near as dangerous as the monocled cobra. So while it looks intimidating, it's far less deadly than it seems. Now we have the reticulated python, one of the giants of the snake world. These snakes have no venom at all, relying purely on strength. They're powerful constrictors that subdue their prey by wrapping around it and cutting off the air supply. They can grow to over 6 meters in length, making them the longest snakes on Earth. Encounters with humans are rare, but seeing such strength up close reminds you how powerful nature can be. They live here in Thailand, mostly in forests and wetlands. Excellent swimmers that sometimes even show up near villages. Their diet includes rodents, birds, and occasionally monkeys or small deer. A true apex predator, even without venom.
See? A lot, huh? Same like a shark. Just see, turn back. Follow on the top.
Here we can
One,
see,
two,
even though it might not look like it at first, this python actually has a large number of teeth, and they're quite big and extremely sharp, both on the upper and lower jaw. Once it grabs its prey, there's really no chance of escape.
so big, not so big.
And finally, we have the king, the largest venomous snake in the world, the King Cobra.
Just a young one. Yeah. Wow.
The King Cobra raises its body and spreads its hood, not out of aggression, but as a warning. It's a defensive posture, a way to appear larger and more intimidating, hoping to avoid conflict rather than start one. King cobras naturally live across Thailand, from dense forests to rural farmlands, where encounters with people sometimes happen. There have been recorded cases of bites, though they're quite rare, as these snakes usually avoid humans. Still, when threatened or cornered, a king cobra can strike, and its venom is powerful enough to be fatal without quick medical treatment.
And King Cobra like to eat.
Compared to the king cobra, the monocled cobra is smaller but more aggressive, and its venom is actually stronger drop for drop. These snakes can reach around 3 to 4 meters in length, with some exceptional ones growing up to nearly 6 meters. Adult king cobras are true snake eaters. They often prey on other snakes, including smaller cobras and sometimes even large pythons. It's time for the moment known as the kiss of death. It's called that because the snake handler gently lowers the cobra and then leans in to kiss it on the head. It's an extremely risky move, as the cobra could strike in an instant, but it's performed to show the handler's control, precision, and deep understanding of the snake's behavior. After the show, you also get the chance to interact with some of the snakes. Don't worry, these aren't venomous species, but snakes that are used to human presence and have a calm temperament. They won't bite as long as you stay relaxed and follow the handler's instructions. In my case, we're interacting with this beautiful Burmese python. Although this one is still young, adult Burmese pythons can grow impressively large. Most adults reach around 3 to 5 meters in length, and some exceptional individuals have been measured at nearly 6 meters. While they have no venom, their size and strength make them formidable. These snakes kill by constriction, wrapping tight around their prey until it can no longer breathe. They feed mainly on small mammals and birds, but the larger ones can take pigs, deer, or even livestock.
They are living in the tree.
This little fella is a Wagler's pit viper, a venomous snake native to southern Thailand. Its bite isn't as deadly as a cobra's, but the venom is still potent. This one's called the calico python, known for its vibrant color mutation that gives it a unique, almost patterned look.
Cobra from Thailand snake. Big poisonous snake.
Need to keep quiet.
Yeah,
Right there are 2 huge king cobras just chilling. We got an absolute respect for these cold-blooded predators.
Have hospital. No happy.
One of them caught our attention, watching us closely, completely still, as if trying to figure out what our intentions were.
Attack you.
On the other side, we could see completely different behavior from this smaller monocled cobra. As I mentioned earlier, monocled cobras tend to be more aggressive and defensive by nature.
Good.
Yeah, thank the Lord.
It's faster.
Yeah.
That was our visit to the snake show in Ao Nang, a show created mainly to entertain people, though it comes at a cost carried by the animals themselves. Whether or not you decide to visit a place like this, I'll leave entirely up to you. So we got back on the scooter, heading out to see one of the famous viewpoints in this area. We parked at the base of the mountain and hopped into a 4x4 vehicle that took us up through some really rough terrain. After getting off the truck, we hiked a short way up and finally arrived at the Din Daeng Doi Viewpoint. Din Daeng Doi Viewpoint is just a short drive from Ao Nang. From its summit, you get more than 180 degrees of view. The sea to one side and those dramatic limestone karst hills on the other. Hiking the last stretch was easy, and up here we found a cafe where you can sit back with a drink and take it all in. If you arrive early, the valley below can be shrouded in mist. The sunrise here is one of the best in Krabi. It's a perfect spot to pause, breathe, and let the view sink in. We really enjoyed this place, especially the absolute silence around. I can imagine it gets much busier here at sunrise, which is what this viewpoint is most famous for. But even without the morning light, we still found it peaceful and completely worth the visit. Now we're slowly heading back to Ao Nang. The sun is setting behind the horizon. Time to see what the evening life here looks like. Our stomachs are empty, and since we love Thai food, it's the perfect moment to dive in. Ao Nang is quite a busy tourist town, and it doesn't really matter whether it's day or night. There's always something going on. People are sitting and relaxing by the beach, watching the sunset. What a vibe this is. We really fell in love with this place. It's busier than what we're used to, but it just feels right in a spot like this. Next to the beach, there's Ao Nang Night Market, alive every evening from around 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. Here, under the glow of neon and beach lights, dozens of food stalls line the street. Grills sizzling with seafood, sweet treats, and local flavors. Around the corner, souvenir stalls and craft tables invite a look, while a stage lights up with music and performances. It's a place where the evening really comes alive. Perfect for exploring, tasting, chatting, and taking in the night in Ao Nang. The food stalls here offer a huge variety. You can find everything you might crave, from sweet treats to the classic spicy Thai dishes. For those with adventurous taste buds, there are even more unusual options for us Europeans, like insects, crocodile meat, and other exotic delicacies. wrapped up our visit here by the live music, soaking in the unique atmosphere of this place. It wouldn't be complete without a quick stop for some refreshments at our favorite 7-Eleven before heading back to the accommodation. Thai cuisine is one of our favorites. Its variety, vibrant flavors, and freshness make it truly special. Thank you for watching.